The Tarkine taught us that death feeds life, and we know life better for our time in the Tarkine. Responsible Runners is just a group of people next door, normal people that got frustrated to go for a run on their beach at the end of a weekend and find it trashed by people who were long gone, and they thought, well, no one's going to do anything about this unless we do. Let's do it, and started going for a run once a week on a Sunday and picking up the trash from the beach. And it grew and it spread to not just one beach. The beginning beach was Bondi, it spread to Bronte and Maroubra and Cronulla, and then it spread to the north side, and then it went to the rivers and the harbours, and it's spread across Australia. So Responsible Runners is just you and me wanting to take responsibility. You can look after your own backyard, but the whole planet is our backyard. So coming to the Tarkine was a case of saying, hey, we've got amazing corners of this planet that we need to go to and showcase and tell people, come and have a look at this place because it's worth it. You can come to the lodge, you can come for a hike, you can go on the river, you can see this incredible landscape, but at the same time, you can contribute to its protection.
You don't know a hill until you've just climbed one. How you feeling?
Pretty hot.
You go?
Refreshed, I just jumped into a stream, so not my sweater anymore.
I'm getting stuck into the H2O.
How's that big, long, extended hill?
It's great, I'm feeling it in my legs, I love it.
Worked up the sweat, mate?
Not quite, mate. Still got halfway to go. I'm still waiting for the warmer.
And finally, the T-man.
All cylinders firing. Engine's running, keys are turned on.
We're cooking.
Oh yeah.
This is probably one of the biggest trees I've ever seen in Australia. The eucalypt. I'd guesstimate at least 50 metres tall, and then branches. It's absolutely stunning. It's a be here around it. It's like standing in a cathedral of nature. Wow.
Sit in the water, bathing in the water, and drinking directly from it. The water is so pure; it's purified by the silt in the river. There's all the moss and the lichen and all of that. But it's aerating as it comes down. It's amazing. The water doesn't get any better than that. Oh, but it's amazing. You get in there, you get some cuts on your legs and this and that, but you're seeing a part of the forest that nobody else is going to see except really the wildlife.
And then we surfaced at the sea. After 4 days in the forest, there's a remarkable impact when suddenly your horizon line spreads to beyond where you can see. In the forest it's limited, but here the cloudscape merges with the dunes and the sand, and you become a tiny dot, and there's no longer huge trees, but just sand, smell, wind and waves. And all along a different colour, blues and greens, but different greens to the forest. But this constant wind and this constant noise in your ears of the ocean, lapping up on what is the most productive interface on the planet, the land-sea interface. The clouds pass minute after minute. The landscape seems like it's standing still, but the sand's creeping, the wind's blowing. You need water. The water's tinged. You went from the forest of the land to the forest of the sea. Under there was kelp higher than your ceiling. You moved through different light. There was a different sway, there was a different movement, there was a different pace about this landscape. The forest was slow, it was fixed. You went there, it was quiet. You suddenly come to the sea and there's a wind. Your horizon line gets blown wider than your eyes can see. There's a blue sky, there's white sand. Our footprints are buried probably within hours. We haven't been there. This landscape is untouched. This is nature expressing itself.
So far, amazing experience. Rainforest in this environment, each with their own challenges. This is a little easier to navigate in the rainforest, having to push through some of that scrub, forcing us to slow down in some of those parts, purely for safety reasons. But I mean, how good is this? All feet on the deck, nobody inside except for the team. This is Australia, this is living. Woo!
It's all around us. Everything from the trees in the forest and out to the coast, and a whole bunch of different people have come down here for their own very different reasons. You've got cinematographers, photographers, fishermen, four-wheel drivers, and everybody's here for very different reasons, but they're also here for the same reason, and that's inspiration, to be inspired by the world around us, and that's what the Tarkine is. It offers so much to so many, and unfortunately so few know about it.
Ready, head on. Tarkine!